Observe the ocular stasis. Most biological entities flinch when a projectile breaches their immediate kinetic perimeter, yet his neural architecture remains completely static and unresponsive. He does not blink. This wasn't simple bravery. The infamous ball fake revealed a total bypass of the human startle response, proving his amygdala had been remapped to ignore physical threats entirely. The glitch was real. Look at his processing speed. His brain began to prioritize geometric spatial data over basic self-preservation signals, effectively turning him into a high-speed cold processor in a jersey. He was a machine. This wasn't about accolades. We are witnessing a survival protocol initiated during a childhood spent in isolation where social integration was traded for mechanical repetition. The fortress was built. Italy became his chamber. Deprived of peers and language, he focused exclusively on the algorithmic calibration of a leather ball striking the cold asphalt for hours. Isolation became his weapon. He rejected social belonging. Being an outsider didn't create a need for friends. It sparked a pathological requirement for total dominance over his immediate kinetic environment. The predator had emerged. He simply solved for X. Every defensive rotation was viewed as a geometric probability that could be exploited through biofeedback and dismantled with surgical precision. The game was math. The entry was a reboot. A 17-year-old was attempting to override the executive functioning of seasoned veterans who had never seen such a cold refusal to disappear. The system was updated. The Utah failure was public. While most processors would crash under that pressure, Bryant used the humiliation to initiate a total algorithmic software rewrite of his soul. The glitch was patched. The flight was silent. He sat in a state of biofeedback isolation, mapping every mechanical error he committed with a level of detail that felt surgical. No sleep was permitted. 2,000 shots daily. This wasn't a workout. It was the manual calibration of his entire kinetic chain to ensure his architecture was flawless under pressure. He was recoding reality. He pruned his social life. Connections were treated like dead synapses, removed because he viewed human emotion as a parasitic drain on his cognitive energy resources. Fortress of One. The ego collapsed in 2003. When the external world attempted to delete his identity, he chose psychological death as a way to reboot his entire biological operating system. He chose to die. He engineered a shell. Out of the social wreckage, he constructed the Black Mamba, a cold reptilian persona designed to shield his vulnerable human psyche from the noise. A predator was born. It wasn't an alter ego. It was a dissociative identity utilized to maintain algorithmic performance, while his personal life suffered total incineration at the hands of the public. Performance was the priority. The Mamba felt nothing. This cold entity did not recognize guilt or fatigue, focusing only on calculating the shortest geometric path to a successful execution. Total mechanical efficiency. He studied the referees. By memorizing the official manual of referee movements, he learned to exploit their blind spots with surgical and predatory precision. He hacked the game. His footwork was mechanical. Every pivot was calculated to the millimeter to maximize his kinetic output, turning his lower body into a high-performance lever system. Perfection was a number. Observe the ritual. He spent hours in sensory isolation, visualizing every possible failure and the corresponding algorithmic correction needed to maintain total control. The simulation was perfect. The Achilles finally snapped. Faced with a total biological breakdown, most human subjects would surrender to the pain receptors, yet he simply chose to override them. He denied the pain. He walked on it. This was not grit. It was a cortical suppression of his autonomic survival instincts, forcing a broken machine to complete its surgical task. Execution over existence. His body was hardware. When the physical components failed, he utilized sheer neural willpower to force the mechanical machine forward against all biological logic. The glitch was ignored. 4:00 a.m. was psychological. He didn't wake up early to train. He did it to gain a cold advantage by ensuring his rivals knew he was active. He owned the dark. He weaponized their sleep. By attacking while others rested, he exploited their biological need for recovery, turning himself into a cold ghost in their nightmares. A predatory ghost. The 666 routine began. This numerical obsession with optimization required 6 hours of cold mechanical labor, 6 days a week, for 6 grueling months every year. Architecture of obsession. He studied great whites. He analyzed footage of sharks to replicate their total lack of hesitation, seeking to mirror that algorithmic strike in his own game. He became the shark. He broke his finger. Instead of quitting, he began remapping his shooting mechanics in real time, showcasing a level of biological adaptation that felt almost inhuman. The system adapted. Winning was not enough. He aimed for a state of total atmospheric control, where his opponents felt suffocated by the sheer weight of his cold presence. He wanted total dominance. Each game was data. Every loss served as a vital data point, while every win was simply a confirmation that his internal algorithm was functioning correctly. The lab never closed. Storytelling was no hobby. It was the next phase of mapping the human condition, applying his surgical focus to narrative structures instead of defensive rotations. A new code. He built the Muse. This platform was designed to download his methodology into the next generation, effectively seeking a form of digital immortality for his mind. The refusal to disappear. He watched his daughters. He scrutinized their performance with the same cold analytical gaze, searching for any signs of the glitch he had spent years perfecting. He saw the spark. Success didn't exist. His vocabulary was restricted to task complete, followed immediately by the initiation of the next algorithmic protocol for total optimization. No finish line. The cost was absolute. He lived a life stripped of equilibrium, trapped in a mind that could never locate the off switch for its surgical intensity. The fortress was lonely. He lived on high alert. As a biological marvel, he sacrificed every ounce of internal peace for the sake of mechanical optimization and total performance. Peace was a waste. We miss the horror. While we watch the highlights, we ignore the cold reality of a man who refused to be human for the sake of execution. The cost was dark. It isn't a quote. The Mamba mentality is a dangerous and surgical rewrite of the human experience, prioritizing mechanical output over any form of comfort. It is a virus. You must be willing. Replicating him requires you to psychologically die, killing the version of yourself that values human comfort and emotional stability. Die to win. Look at those eyes. What you see isn't emotion. It is the cold absence of everything else, a glitch in the system where humanity used to be. The void is active. The machine is gone. While the physical hardware has vanished, his algorithmic code remains a blueprint for those who value execution over their own existence. Task now complete.